Oh my god, with no shield. That was luck. Oh my god. Congratulations, I beat my first Zelda game.
Yeah. I've beaten 8 and I'm still impressed.
This is the end of my first one. First of many. Extraordinary, you stand as a paragon of your kind, human. You fight like no man or demon I've ever known, though this is not the end. Oh, come on. No, my hate never perishes. It is born anew in a cycle with no end.
Ganondorf.
Ganondorf. I will rise again. Those like you, those who share the blood of the goddess and the spirit of the hero, they are eternally bound to this curse.
Yeah.
An incarnation of my hatred shall ever follow your kind, to wander a bloodstone sea of darkness for all time. Ganondorf.
Finally.
We did it. 2 months later. It's over.
Yep, and it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. What's he doing there?
Absorbing all the darkness.
I have confirmed the eradication of the Demon King. His residual conscience has been absorbed into the Master Sword, and is now sealed away. Ganondorf.
Oh yeah.
Ganondorf.
There's a bad cough going around.
Yeah. Phew.
Oh, is Zelda back?
Or I'd give it back to the right time. You have done well, Link.
You were embarrassing me earlier.
Yeah.
You care of your Sheikah. A race that goes extinct very soon in the future.
Link. Thank you. I think it's over. Finally, it's all over. Well, for you guys. For this set of Link and Zelda, it's over.
The original Link is over.
Yeah.
Go, embrace her. Turn her sideways.
Nice going, you two. You guys were totally amazing in this little adventure I'd like to call The Legend of Groose. That's a little joke.
Legend of Link.
Joke or not, your contributions to our efforts were heroic. You have my thanks. Oh, well, you know, just glad I can make myself useful. I'm happy things turned out okay. Hey, so things look pretty sewn up here. What do you say, guys? Ready to head back to our own time? Granny was really worried about you two. We didn't want to keep the old girl in suspense too long. Navi? Oh. Helia, your grace. Or perhaps you prefer Zelda. It pleases me to know you are safe. Master, I must speak with you.
Away from the girl you have tried to save.
We're back in our own time? Oh, we're gonna leave it here?
Yeah.
But why are we putting it in the past? Master Link, you have successfully protected the goddess reborn and defeated demise, filling your role as the hero of legend. My purpose here is complete. Therefore, I ask you to dissolve our arrangement as master and servant. Drive the sword to the pedestal before you, and I will return to the sword to enter a sleep without end.
She dies.
Yeah. Master, you have achieved the purpose you were chosen to fulfill. Please set the sword in the pedestal and bring the goddess's mission to an end. Now, Master, it is time to conclude our necessary companionship. She kind of threw herself in that time. Alright. But wait, what if this game technically took place in the future?
It's it took place in...
How can it take place in... But if we're putting this Master Sword in the past, like thousands and thousands of years before the main storyline of Skyward Sword.
Yep. This is very in the past, eh?
But does it make you wonder where actually this game, where the other games take place in comparison?
The Master Sword ages with the other games. It's always the same Master Sword.
Exactly. So if it's thousands and thousands and thousands of years in here, is it really in here for that long before another Link shows up?
Yep.
Jesus.
The reincarnation of the goddess hero.
This should be a little rusty. Link.
I should call you Link. There's your phone ringing in my phone.
It's yours. Link, hearing my purpose was to obey the command of the goddess and lead you, the chosen hero of this land, on your quest. When I first awoke and began this task, I perceived it as merely serving my function as a servant to her grace. However, I have come to consider the information corresponding to our time together among the most precious data I have on record. Aww.
That's sweet in a nerdy way.
Yep. And she kisses him.
Hug. Hug. Or kiss.
I do not have the capability to fully understand the human spirit, Link. But now, at the end of my journey with you, as I prepare to sleep within the Master Sword forever, I experience a feeling I am unable to identify. I lack sufficient data to be sure of my conclusion, but I believe this feeling correlates close to what people call happiness. You're just dying. Our partnership is at an end, and even as we speak, I feel my consciousness fading away. Before I enter this sleep that calls me to the sword, I wish to relay to you words I recorded many times over the course of our journey. Many have said them to you thus far, but now I wish to say them for myself. Thank you, Master Link. May we meet again in another life. Well, we won't meet. What if she's Navi reincarnated?
Oh no, she dead.
Oh no! I feel kind of sad, even though I hated her. She was the most annoying sidekick ever, but
Still kind of sad.
she's kind of redeemed herself.
It's kind of like how you feel sad when you realize Navi's lost in the in Majora's Mask.
What? Impa, why? Come with us. Well, that'd be contradictory to the timeline, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Zelda, your grace, you possess the memories of the goddess. You must understand why that is not possible. I am a being of this age. My place is here.
So you must go to the future.
I know that, but I'm a goddess. I can do what I want. You must return to your own time. I'll take care of the gate once you have passed through.
She even has the same name in Ocarina of Time.
Really?
Impa, yeah.
I can't do that. You and I have been through so much together. I don't want to leave you alone. Please, Impa, come back with us. Zelda, at the command of the goddess, I passed through the gate of time. I did so to protect you and aid the fight to prevent the world's destruction. The last remnants of demise are decaying slowly within the sword. Someone must stay behind to watch over this blade. His spirit must not reawaken. He must never be allowed to threaten the world again.
Holy shit.
This is the nature of the task given to my tribe.
I just had a thought.
What's your... Say it for the credits.
Member of the Sheikah.
As a member of the Sheikah, the goddess's chosen guardians, I gladly welcome this duty.
And you will take on a personality in the future. and a more or less hotter form of you.
Zelda, I watch over the Triforce. Its power is too great to leave in the grasp of man. Dependence on its might is an invitation to disaster. When it has served its purpose, it must be secreted away to lie dormant once again, the knowledge of its existence hidden from mortal history. These are the words the goddess spoke to me long ago. I remember them well, as do you, I'm sure.
I'm thinking, what if it's the same Sheikah in Ocarina of Time? Because her hair is white.
Well, the one in the present time is her old. At the temple? That's her. If you look at her waist, she has the same... What?
She's probably another member of the Sheikah though.
Well, she said there's a tribe of them, so... I mean...
I'm thinking, what Ocarina of Time input is the same one here.
Maybe. Do not despair, Zelda. You and I will surely meet again someday. We can talk more during the credits.
In the sequel.
Yeah. I don't think they can sequel a prequel like this, not the way this is ending. When you're closing the book on almost all the characters.
Yeah, it's the origin story that's supposed to start it all.
Yeah. Makes you wonder, who's Bruce gonna... Where's his lineage go to this game?
I knew this game had to involve time travel. So okay.
Well,
every Zelda game does.
Yep. Whoa. See the thing she's wearing as a hat is what was on her waist.
I'm a back. Zelda's lullaby. They're gonna go hug the old lady.
Well, because it's Impa. They just not realized that. They're slow.
Yep, there you go.
Yep.
Oh.
I mean, I knew it was her a long time ago because of the red thing on her head. You can see Impa wearing it. This is weird. They give Zelda a really, like, either a weird body posture or a big ass. Because, like, when she walks, like, her back's, like, arched.
Probably big ass.
Yeah. See, I told you we'd meet again. And now she dies. That's just trolling. Oh my god, you just got trolled. How does it feel? How does it feel to know?
Oh, that must be heartbreaking.
Well, Bruce was in love with her.
No. She's the oldest thing I've ever banged.
Impa, thank you.
You will be reincarnated.
Thank you for everything. Oh, look.
She will be reincarnated.
Aren't they all? Isn't like the basic premise of... So isn't this like the Temple of Time from...
Yeah. This is where the Temple of Time will be built. Around the Master Sword.
So they destroy... You think this temple is destroyed or does it just kind of fall apart probably?
Probably just fall apart.
I mean, it's already fallen apart at this point.
Because it turns into... This, like, the temple falls apart and turns into this woods.
And
which is where the Twilight Princess one comes in.
Alright.
Twilight Princess takes time, like, hundreds of years after Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, there's always like a really big time gap between all of them if they aren't direct sequels.
So the Temple of Time gets destroyed again, I guess.
Alright, that's it.
Alright.
This is our finally the epic conclusion to our playthrough of Zelda Skyward Sword.
That actually sums up everything pretty nicely. And me knowing almost every Zelda game I ever made.
And now, we eagerly await the next title on the Wii U.
Yep.
Will it mess up everything they've done here, or will it just be a new part
Straight
in the
up awesome.
timeline? Huh?
Or will it just be straight up awesome?
Yeah, well, we know it will be awesome.
Shiryu said it might follow the Twilight Princess story. Might.
Well, it might follow. What he could mean by that also is it might follow that part of the timeline.
Yep. Dare you tease us.
So it would be if he succeeds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like succeeds in Ocarina.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And it says and turns back into a kid.
Mm-hmm. He turns back into a kid anyway.
Oh.
At the end of Ocarina, Zelda, you're like, thank you for helping me. I know I robbed you of your childhood, so here, take it back.
How'd she have that power? Oh, now we can see what Zelda
She's the guy
went through.
she's the guy that's reincarnated.
That's true.
She sends him back in time, but he has all his memory of what he did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what Majora's Mask comes to. So since he got sent back in time, he never met Navi, so he goes to look for her.
Is that what most of the game's about?
No. Well, on his way, he gets his horse stolen by Skull Kid, who's an icon in the series. The Skull Kid, he steals Majora's Mask from the Happy Mask salesman, which is the happy guy.
Oh god.
Yeah, and he puts it on and he becomes all evil. And he pulls the moon down and it destroys the earth. But like a loop happens where like you go back in time and you have 3 days to stop the moon from falling. And you keep reliving those 3 days if you fail.
Well, as you can see right now, we're seeing what happened while we were doing stuff like right behind her, basically. This is what Zelda was going through. So what is there to say about Skyward Sword?
Fucking love it.
Well, I mean, it's 2012 now, and already back in 2011 we decided that there was no game that came out last year that could top this. This was the RMG Game of the Year for 2011, so obviously we're gonna have some praise for it, but
there were some gripes with the control. I'll give you that.
The motion controls, well, I see why they wanted to go with it. They wanted to like get as close to perfection for the Wii as possible. I still don't think that they should have went with maybe like mixed motion controls and the regular controls somewhat, but
the motion controls were like 80% of the time.
Yeah, and that's good and all compared to most games, but they're trying to say, oh, we mastered motion controls. No, you didn't. You didn't.
Just because it's Zelda.
Yeah, I mean, there's no such thing as a perfect game, and this game, while close to perfect, is still a good. It's still a good bit away. There will never be a perfect game. It's impossible. It's impossible. As long as one person says, "I don't like this game. I had a glitch," it's not perfect. Or if the controls are like they're supposed to, like the bomb controls, the horrendous swimming controls. The swimming controls are probably my biggest gripe about this game, because they're just terrible. You got to try them out. They're pretty bad. You have to admit, they're bad.
I mean, like, I had low expectations for the motion controls. I can't really be so disappointed in them. But I'm glad it didn't ruin the game overall.
Yeah.
The game was still a fun experience.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was a great game. It's definitely a good. I guess for me, it really is not that bad of a starting point.
And Zelda,
because I'm playing it technically, sort of chronologically.
And Zelda once again lives up to its legendary status.
Yep. And right now you can hear the epic staff roll going on in the background.
Yep, the Skyloft song playing.
Yeah. It's like been a bunch of different songs so far.
Shigeru Miyamoto, you did it again.
Now, I don't know how much we have on the SD card, so if this just cuts off in the credits, it just does. But, you know, we've kind of, anything else we're going to say about the game will be in the reboot of Final Judgment, because we're going to relaunch that for this game. We got kind of lazy for a while.
We got caught up in this game.
Yeah. I mean, it took us like 2 months to beat this game. Of course, you know, we've had other things to do. We took a 2-week break at the end of the year, but... This is...
Man, what an adventure.
Yeah, I mean, almost 200 parts long. It's the longest game we've ever played. Probably going to be trumped out by longest by Final Fantasy 13-2.
Probably not by epicness, but you know.
Not by epicness, no, but...
It's hard to outshine Zelda.
Yeah.
Every time. Even the Game Boy games were epic.
Oh, I feel accomplished.
You should.
Especially that last boss fight. I mean, we had no shield, and I somehow pulled that out of my ass and killed him.
We have conquered a gaming masterpiece. A legendary series.
The beginning of many for me, because we're doing Twilight Princess on the side every now and then. We get time. And
you're going to Ocarina of Time, so you can.
I got Ocarina of Time. I can get some of the other. I
got Wind Waker.
Game Boy games. I can go replay the classic ones, the first couple, which will be way.
You can download them on the WiiWare.
Yeah, which I probably never will because I don't use the Wii far enough at all. But, huh? Per game?
Like the Zelda ones, like the NES, SNES games are $5. Like the 64 games.
10. Alright, I think this is it. Seems to be fading. Epic music going off.
But knowing Zelda, they always got one final cutscene. But it looks like they don't this time.
I think that was our final cutscene. You know, the world's at peace for a good 100 years or so.
Until the reincarnation.
Ganondorf. Ganondorf.
There, see, I told you.
It's not over yet.
Zelda gets reunited with her father.
Wait, why would we go back to Skyloft?
Because that's where he lived.
But I thought we were for sure we were gonna stay down and.
You are in the surface. Remember that guy?
Oh yeah. So what? Because Demise is gone, that everyone moves down here now. You think?
Yep.
And that this will be the establishment of Hyrule. So do you think would this make Zelda and Link the first rulers of Hyrule?
Yep.
So it's kind of crazy how they don't end up together in any other game.
Something must have happened in between.
Well, I mean, there's hundreds of years between each game, roughly. So the battery's dying. Perfect timing.
You go back to Skyloft.
Oh, they are.
And just them stay.
Look around us. As a child, I always dreamed of a world below. I wanted to see the surface with my own eyes and feel the land's warm breeze on my skin. I think I want to live here. I always want to feel solid ground beneath my feet. See the clouds above my head and watch over the Triforce. What about you, Link? What will you do now?
You be my lover?
Well, we're gonna bang every night and make a bunch of kids and create a kingdom and yeah, Adam and Eve and all that allegory, illusions.
Yeah.
Dear God, Miyamoto, what have you done? All right.
So Zelda is the goddess of mortal form.
Yep. And Link is always the chosen hero. And I think the end's pretty straightforward here.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us for playing Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. It's been a long journey, but we finally done it. And stay tuned for a major announcement coming your way next.